Hello, welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you have never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. It's morning time. I get this question a lot actually about eggs, and I have done eggs, but it's worth doing again. So today I'm going to do scrambled. I will also do over medium and over easy for you guys in a future video. This is not the only way to make scrambled eggs, and some people have said this is not scrambled eggs. This is how I do scrambled eggs. Take it for what you will. Love these Vital Farms pasture-raised eggs. If you can get fresh eggs or pasture-raised eggs, you know, costs prohibiting, then do, because they taste so much better. The yolks, like you're gonna see, like the yolks are so much darker, richer, full of yummy goodness for you. Not pale, and they taste so much better too. So taste better for your health, then definitely do it. Let me wash my hands real quick. Portion for one person is usually 2 to 3 eggs. So this is 2 eggs. And you can totally use a fork to whisk. I have this mini whisk, which I love. I have it linked in my Amazon. But you can totally just use a fork. I use whole milk. If you use skim milk, you will get a different texture. I use whole milk, but just a splash, just the tiniest little splash you saw. Then salt and pepper. So we're gonna do like a little salt, a little pepper. Some people use water, some people use nothing. I like milk because I feel like it gives you the most fluffy, good, delicious scrambled eggs. But again, you can sub that for water, you can sub that for a skim or milk, but you are going to get a little bit different texture. And then I give them a really good whisk. And I remember I must have made eggs in another video and I said homogeneous, and some people had questions, but you want the mixture to be so completely incorporated that you cannot tell the whisk from the yolk from the whites. And I say that because if you don't get a good whisk on this, then you're going to get little white and little yellow speckled eggs, which is fine, but they're not going to have that same smooth texture that you'll see in maybe like a French omelet, right? So you want to get like a good whisk. Here I'm showing you from above. You want it to be completely incorporated. Now, some people don't believe in putting the salt and pepper in at this point. I just think it's easier than trying to salt and pepper them once they're in the pan. So I always do it here and it always turns out fine. Okay, eggs cook really fast. So I start by heating my pan on high heat just to get my pan hot. Then I'm gonna turn it down to medium, maybe even medium low heat. And this I'm using is the small burner on my stove. I'm gonna put my butter in to the pan. You can choose to use as little or as much butter as you want. We like butter around here, so I'm gonna put a pretty good hunk of butter in here. And see, it's all sizzly and melty because I got my pan pretty hot. But you want your pan to be more like a medium heat when you're doing eggs. And I always use a silicone spatula. That's my preferred method. This is a nonstick pan, okay? So I'm gonna give those eggs one more beat. Just make sure I have good air and that everything is mixed together. Get that in the pan, okay? And then you're gonna take your spatula and you're gonna start pulling it. And you can see when you drag it that it already becomes solidified. Now, if this is sizzling and the eggs are getting brown, your heat is too high, okay? We don't want browned eggs. We want beautiful, like creamy, yellow, soft pillows. That's what we want. That's a perfect. So if this is sizzling, you got your heat up too high. You hear there's no noise coming from the pan. And as I move it around, you can see there's some parts of the egg that are starting to solidify, other parts that are liquidy. So I just gently move the pan around so I can get the liquidy parts in contact with the hot pan. It's very similar to making an omelet. We just want to, and then this is where personal preference really comes in. There are people that would stop here, that would want this runny texture to their scrambled egg. There are people who would want these completely cooked. My daughter likes them somewhere in between, okay? But there's a lot of residual heat in this pan, so wherever you stop, just know it will continue cooking if you leave it in this pan. So this is a good time to get out your plate, because if you stop and you transfer it to a plate, then the cooking will stop, okay? So that's just about right for her. The beauty of our nonstick pan is they come right out super easy onto the plate. And to me, that's a perfect scrambled egg. I hope that helps. I promise I will do for you a medium and over easy egg as well.